All right, Robin, is President Trump wrong when he calls for accountability, even using U.S. military force to hold these drug cartels accountable for killing our fellow Americans?
Liz, he is not at all wrong. In fact, when I was active duty, we had specific orders. I was supposed to go to El Paso, Texas, and we had specific orders to avoid anything to do with crossing over into Mexico. We were forbidden to do so because of these cartels. They are that dangerous. So it is not outside of the realm of possibility that we could use military force to combat this epidemic. This has been a problem for decades.
It is, and it's a multifaceted problem, narco-terrorism is. First of all, they are the supply. These drug cartels are the supply of the drugs that fuel the opioid crisis that kill tens of thousands of American citizens. Obviously, domestically, you can only do so much to regulate the demand for the illegal drugs, but you can do something to diminish the supply of the illegal drugs. Second of all, their violence is coming across our border. We know American citizens, not just these 9 Mormons in Mexico, but other American citizens have been killed. This violence is coming across the border. When is it time for the United States to say, okay, it's in our national interest, since Mexico is not doing anything about it, to do something about these drug cartels, which are harming and killing Americans?
The time was about 20 years ago, but we can do something about it right now, and we need to do this in a bipartisan manner. There are some Democrats that are on board with tougher border security. I appreciate those common sense centrist Democrats that are leading that charge, and I wish more people would pay attention to them and not just the loudest voices in the room, which are the disruptors.
Right. So given your military experience, I mentioned you're a U.S. Army veteran.
Yes.
You're familiar with how these operations go down. What should an operation by the U.S. military against Mexican drug cartels look like? What would be effective? How would that look?
I'm a veteran U.S. Army Ranger with 75th Ranger Regiment, so it would likely involve quite a bit of intelligence. We have a fantastic intelligence outfit in the military, so we would use all of our intelligence assets. We would employ drones. We would track these people. We would know their every movement. That's how we captured some of these terrorists over these last several years. We can do the same thing with these. These are practically terrorists, also, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're narco-terrorists. I mean, all of their activity falls under the category of narco-terrorism. So using drones and intelligence and special forces, what would be this plan to eliminate the cartel leadership, to target their drug labs, to, freeze and seize their assets? Would it require a full-scale operation of that nature?
Yes, we would seize their assets. We would freeze their funding. We would find out where their funding was coming from. We would freeze that. And we would absolutely look, I'm a Ranger. We're known for blowing things up. My Rangers would love to go and blow up some of their drug making compounds where they create this epidemic that has been a problem here. And look, in all transparency, China also is sending a lot of drugs through the mail, so that's a problem as well. They're not a friend of ours either when it comes to this. But we can address this problem in Mexico tactically, and we have the means to do that. It should have been done 20 years ago.